Imagine a book so ancient, so controversial, that for centuries it vanished from the pages of history. A book once revered, then condemned. A book that dared to tell a different story about angels, giants, and the very origin of evil. What if I told you there's an entire book, a library of books, that deeply influenced the Bible you know, yet it's nowhere to be found in most of our modern scriptures? A book quoted by biblical authors themselves, yet shrouded in mystery, labeled forbidden, and lost to the Western world for over 1,000 years. This isn't just a conspiracy theory. This is the true, incredible story of the Book of Enoch. And today, we're going to uncover its secrets, ask the uncomfortable questions, and find out why this monumental text was exiled from the Bible. And now, please stop the video and subscribe to our channel. To be able to keep making videos like this, we need to reach 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Thank you. For millennia, the name Enoch echoed through ancient texts. He's mentioned in Genesis as someone who walked with God and was no more, because God took him. A figure so important, he was believed to have ascended to heaven before the Great Flood. But what did he see there? What secrets did he learn? And more importantly, what did he write? While the Book of Enoch flourished in ancient Jewish and early Christian communities, it slowly vanished from the Western canon. For over 10 years, scholars believed it lost forever. Imagine, a text that shaped early religious thought, simply gone. Except it wasn't truly lost. It was merely hidden. Preserved in the ancient kingdom of Ethiopia, in the language of Ge'ez, held sacred by the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. It wasn't until 1773, when Scottish explorer James Bruce brought copies back from Ethiopia, that the Western world rediscovered this astonishing text. A bombshell. The lost book was found. But what did it say that was so controversial? The Book of Enoch doesn't just fill in gaps. It rewrites entire chapters of biblical understanding. Its most shocking revelation is an expanded, explosive account of Genesis 6. Forget Adam and Eve for a moment. Enoch tells of the Watchers, a class of powerful angels who descended from heaven, not to guide, but to lust. They saw the beautiful daughters of men and took them as wives. Their offspring? The monstrous Nephilim, giant, destructive beings who terrorized the earth. This wasn't just a brief mention. Enoch dedicates entire chapters to this cosmic rebellion, but it gets darker. These fallen watchers, led by angels like Samyaza and Azazel, didn't just corrupt humanity through their offspring. They taught humanity forbidden knowledge, the art of warfare, making weapons, cosmetics, and seduction, sorcery, astrology, and even methods of abortion. According to Enoch, they were the true source of evil's proliferation on earth, leading God to unleash the Great Flood to cleanse the world. This narrative presents a profound theological conflict. Is evil primarily from human disobedience, as Genesis implies? Or was it primarily an external corruption taught by rebellious cosmic beings? Enoch leans heavily on the latter, and this radically different perspective was a huge reason for its eventual exclusion. Now, here's where it gets truly undeniable. The Book of Enoch wasn't just some obscure text. It was part of the common theological landscape for early Jews and Christians. We have proof that biblical authors knew it, read it, and even quoted it. The New Testament book of Jude, for example, quotes Enoch verbatim in verses 14 and 15, attributing the prophecy directly to Enoch, the seventh from Adam. Even more compelling, the second epistle of Peter describes angels chained in pits of darkness, a concept, and even the Greek word Tartarus, tau waro tau alpha rumacrons, that are detailed extensively in Enoch's Book of the Watchers. This isn't coincidence, it's direct influence. But perhaps the most profound connection lies in the mysterious title, Son of Man. This is Jesus' most frequent self-designation in the Gospels, and it's a title with profound, pre-existent, and divine judgment connotations that are powerfully developed in one section of Enoch, the Book of Parables. Here, the Son of Man is a celestial, pre-existent figure who will judge the world from a throne of glory. The ultimate historical proof for Enoch's antiquity and influence came with the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the mid-20th century. In those ancient caves, dating back over 20 years, scholars found numerous fragments of the Book of Enoch. In its original Aramaic language, this wasn't just one copy. There were multiple copies, making it one of the most popular non-biblical texts found at Qumran. This discovery shattered any notion that Enoch was a late forgery. It confirmed, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this book was a highly respected, deeply influential text in Second Temple Judaism, precisely the period from which early Christianity emerged. So, if it was so influential, if biblical authors quoted it, and if it was ancient and respected, why was it ultimately excluded from most Bibles? This leads us to the enduring mysteries. The reasons are complex. For Rabbinic Judaism, after the destruction of the Temple, there was a drive to solidify their canon, moving away from texts that were too speculative, too apocalyptic, or too popular with the burgeoning, heretical Christian movement. Enoch's radical solar calendar, its unique angelology, and its focus on heavenly mysteries may have simply been too divergent from the emerging rabbinic orthodoxy. For Christianity, while popular initially, discomfort grew. As the church matured, some of Enoch's fanciful narratives about angels were seen as too wild, too prone to misinterpretation, or simply too distant from a perceived Hebrew original that was increasingly difficult to verify. Church fathers like Jerome, when compiling the Latin Vulgate, eventually deferred to the Jewish canon for the Old Testament, effectively leaving Enoch behind. But here's the biggest question of all. Was this exclusion a loss? Did the removal of Enoch leave a hole in our understanding of Scripture, of early religious thought, and even of the very nature of good and evil? Did it create a censored version of history, leading us to forget tales that shaped the world as much as those that remained? The Book of Enoch is more than just a forgotten text. It's a testament to the dynamic, often turbulent, history of religious belief. It challenges us to look beyond the familiar, to question what we think we know, and to consider the profound impact that hidden narratives can have. It reminds us that even within the sacred, there are stories that were once cherished, then whispered about, and finally, for centuries, simply forbidden. What do you think about the Book of Enoch? Should it have remained in the Bible? Does its exclusion change your perception of biblical history? I want to hear your theories and insights in the comments below. If you found this journey into the forbidden fascinating, please hit that like button, share this video with a friend who loves history and mystery, and most importantly, subscribe for more deep dives into the untold stories of our past. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.